In this video, I want to talk about the 5 most insidious ways some women manipulate men. Manipulation tactics like, "a real man should," or something similar just seem laughable compared to the methods I'll discuss here. These tactics can directly impact a man's mental health if he falls for them and isn't aware of what's happening. The first method is this. Let's say you've been dating for a couple of months and she tells you she wants to break up. There may not even be any particular reason. Everything seemed fine. She might simply say that she's thought it over and decided it's better not to continue the relationship. Of course, you immediately start wondering why this happened. What did I do to make her leave me? Could it be that she just didn't like me after all? Basically, you start digging into yourself. Even if you consider yourself a person who can control your thoughts and emotions, encountering this tactic without being aware of it might make you doubt that ability. What is this manipulation meant to achieve? The main goal is to make your sense of worth drop below the floor while hers skyrockets. You could say it's a very crude form of push-pull manipulation. In reality, the woman doesn't actually intend to cut off communication with you for good. The expectation is that after such a move, you'll try to close the distance to win back her favor, calling her, texting, trying to please her with gifts so she'll change her mind. And if that's exactly what happens, you've taken the bait. The only correct response here is to pull away and return. The second method is also extremely unpleasant and hard to imagine in a healthy relationship. She provokes you to feel jealous. For example, she might tell you that a very interesting man approached her to ask her out, but she had to turn him down because of you. That way, she boosts her perceived value in your eyes. Or when she gets a ride home from a colleague. Or, as another example, she comes home with a bouquet of flowers given to her by someone else. I once saw a channel with 500,000 subscribers where the host gave relationship advice. She specifically said there's nothing wrong with accepting flowers from other men. You know, it's not like it's betrayal or anything. And if a man tries to forbid it, then he's the one who's being unreasonable. Anyway, the point is, you need to understand that either you're being manipulated or that's genuinely how she sees the world. In either case, I wouldn't plan anything serious with a woman like that. The third way a woman can manipulate you is this. Say one wrong word, or do the smallest thing that doesn't sit right with her, and she immediately gets offended. Or rather, just acts like she is. You could chalk it up to a bad mood if it's an isolated incident. But if it happens with admirable regularity, it's most likely a game where she's trying to make you feel guilty. If there's no solid reason for it, she'll blow up whatever minor reason exists. The idea is that you're now supposed to somehow make it up to her and atone for your guilt. If a woman does this sincerely, it's quite possible she has some mental or emotional issues. In this case, if the slightest thing doesn't go her way, she immediately bursts into tears and storms off to another room, or drives to her mom's house. Basically, no matter how it plays out, life with a woman like this will be tough for a man. In the long run, there's a good chance you'll either end up completely henpecked, constantly trying to make up for your guilt, or you'll end up losing your mind from the endless conflict. The fourth manipulation tactic is when, right from the start of the relationship, a woman tries to present herself as better than she actually is. To some extent, that's natural when two people don't know each other well yet, but only to a point. The problem is when at a certain moment the person changes beyond recognition. For example, when the topic of going to nightclubs or taking trips abroad with girlfriends without a man comes up, she condemns women who do that. She cooks beautifully and would never say a harsh word to you. It all seems like a fairy tale, not real life. The man thinks he's found a needle in a haystack and, seeing no risks for himself, marries her. Then, in situations where this perfect image suddenly vanishes and is replaced by its opposite, the manipulation becomes painfully clear. This often happens when not much time has passed between meeting and marriage, roughly a year or less. Beyond that, it simply takes too much effort to keep up the act successfully. The next method. She devalues you or the things you hold dear. For instance, she might say that her ex-boyfriend, unlike you, gave her more expensive gifts, or she'll reminisce about how beautifully he courted her. Or, if you're trying your hand at entrepreneurship and don't have big earnings yet, she'll say it's all nonsense and that you'd be better off just getting a second job. Being with a woman like this, you can pretty much kiss your self-esteem and any chance of success in your endeavors goodbye. I hope this video helps you to make the right decision. See you in the next video.